have a passion to match volunteers with need. What I've been doing as part of my work, which is a charity which involves lawyers doing good work for those who can't afford legal services in Singapore.
We started off as a very small group. We have young volunteers who share. They have friends who are struggling with mental health conditions. We were thinking, why don't we actually create a national movement to have a peer support community to train all young people with basic mental health literacy and peer support skills so that they can better support their peers.
I noticed that over 1 million foreigner, actually most of them, especially low-income brothers and sisters, they don't get a free time to upgrade themselves. So this is where I wanted to help them, to guide them how they can upgrade themselves to have a better job and better work-life balance.
I think I raised around 700,000. Usually when I'm making the online fundraising campaign, I'm the person who actually makes the thumbnails. I like to edit to make it a bit more interesting and fun. The fact that I'm able to help both people and animals makes me feel very fortunate.
Initially, when I started about 40 years ago, it was mainly hygiene. And then I went into planting trees. So planting trees has been a major part of my life. I don't regard Singapore as my home, I regard the world as my home.
So over the years, I've been very grateful to receive a lot of thank you cards as well. It was a bunch of students. They talk about blood, sweat and tears, about how it was a journey for them and how they actually grown, even in the space of 2 weeks of volunteering.
Whenever I look at this photo, it always reminds me of why we do what we do. This journey is definitely not easy. There will be times when you feel that, why are you doing what you're doing? But I guess my faith and also this photo taken during the launch will always remind me.
There was a time actually I was coming from Bangladesh to Singapore and I met a woman at the airport and she wanted to pass this cake pita to her son. And the next day I actually met him when he was walking. He kept crying actually. I managed to speak his one of the cousin and his cousin shared that his mother passed away. I felt so down that I could have come directly to pass him. I was so down, and that's the day I decided I must need to do something.
What keeps me going every day, knowing that when I do these raising funds, it's not only helping the charity, it really makes me feel very glad that what I'm doing is benefiting society.
The joy in seeing volunteers come with us and actually grow. But when you see that they have passion, right, it gives them wings to really overcome all sorts of difficulties as well. They build up character, they build up compassion as well. That's something which I always get so much energy from seeing.
I think you get into a sort of system, once you start doing projects, it's very hard to stop. To me, it comes very naturally. No particular instant that happened that I became an environmentalist. If I hadn't been, I'd probably be a politician.
That actually gives energy that I'm on the right path and what I'm doing is really matter to our community.
Knowing that I actually help make their lives better makes me feel very glad.
So of course, sometimes the results may not be what you wanted in terms of the outcome, but just by having a journey with someone who's lonely, who's scared, who's vulnerable, is always a win.
The journey in the social service sector is definitely not an easy one. This is not the end. I think it's really a beginning of journey. Let's build our city of good together.